to day 18, which is stitching. So what I've done for my stitching is I got my sewing machine out and I apologize I can't show you. And I did a zigzag stitch all around the border of this page to kind of add a little graphic. I'm going to be using this page, which is the last page I have from a collection kit that I didn't use, and it's got a map on it. So my plan is I'm going to be scrapbooking this picture of John and I at Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot. I have a few stamps, I have a few flowers, I have some Nuvo drops, a couple background pieces, and a few cut aparts. That's what we're going to be using. It's going to be kind of a quick page. So once again, because it's a quick page, guess what? We're going to try to do it live. I think you're going to like it. So the first thing I have to do is find a ink that I can use with this. And I got the new 49 Market Arctic Bliss. So we're going to try that out today. I think it's going to be good just to try it. I think we're also going to get a navy piece of cardstock to mat this, and then we're going to put it on this paper because I thought that kind of matched the color scheme. And I know this is a 4x6, so I'm going to do 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, I should say. We got that. And let's figure out, I think we want to do it up here where we get a little bit of pinks and yellows. Super fun. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and do it at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Going to get some cool color here on this. There, I think that it's going to fit, so that's okay. I'm going to have explore, journey, adventure. I have no idea how long I've had these. These are some old, we're going to do some arrows, some old stamps that I've had for a while. Let's see if we can, this is not opening. Ooh, okay. Let's give it a try. It's the first time I've used this ink. Oh, it's pretty. Adventure. I don't want it to look like a suitcase. So we're going to do that. and take it off. Look at that. Loving that. That's a lot of fun. And I like this ink. Looks good. Good colors. Okay. So we got that. We will clean these stamps off offline. I don't want to make you sit there and watch that. But let's now cut some words out. We have love, love, love it. We have some hearts and some butterflies. And we will fussy cut these out. Do you have the word explore, but because I've already stamped the word explore, I don't think I need that again. And I think I do want one more. Fussy cut. So stitching is something that is kind of controversial. I know not everybody loves to stitch on their layouts, but I think it was fun in this particular case to do it this way. I like I like to just use stitching as kind of a border or just another way to emphasize something. I typically don't stitch a lot. I do the most stitching in my December daily because that's when you kind of have time to play around. To me, like sometimes a sewing machine can be very stressful. So I feel like, and I didn't do those arrows yet. We'll get those arrows down. But I do like the idea of using the sewing machine. It's just sometimes it just seems like it's super stressful. And just doing a straight stitch down the page sometimes helps. I know some people like to do different colors. My problem with different colors is it takes me a long time to figure out how to thread my needle and to get it all done. And so I really, really, really don't want to spend a ton of time threading a sewing machine for a page. Now I do have some stitch stamps, and that might be a good way to incorporate stitching if you, like me, are not a big, huge fan of your sewing machine. Um, Stitched stamps you could use for this prompt, I believe that would work just fine. And you could just use stitching around your edges of your paper like I did, or you could put it on a journaling card. So you could find interesting ways to incorporate stitching using a stamp. That might be easier than trying to get a sewing machine out. Well, definitely be easier than getting a sewing machine out. Let's be real. There, and then one more butterfly. This is another page where I don't have a lot of embellishments, and I've done a few of those lately, and it's a lot easier to do a page like this if you have a focal element, like in my case, the photo is the focal element. And I don't necessarily, I want to use up some of my collections that I have that don't have a lot of embellishments, and so sometimes you just pull out stuff and use it. So in this case, this last piece of paper that I had, I don't really have a lot of embellishments that go with it. And this other collection that had these cut aparts, I don't really have a lot of paper for that one. So this just went well together. I'm combining that with some stamps, and then you're going to see me combine it with some flowers and some Nuvo drops just to add to it. But you don't always have to have a ton of embellishments to have a page that works. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's click these down. Okay, love that. Now let's see if we can take some of these. I have some arrows here. Let's put some arrows around the page. Boy, this really does kind of, it sticks down well. I'll give them that. But little baby arrow. We're just going to make a little border around the page with this little arrow stamp. It went too far. That's okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to cover that up with a flower. And sometimes you do that where you just mess up, but it's okay. Okay, awesome. Let's get some flowers out. I digging it. Digging hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog. Just gonna do that right there for this. I think just the 3 flowers on that looks good. Okay. And then the last thing we're gonna do, I have this Nuvo, except I've done so much blue on the page. I think I'm gonna go back to my solid, my gold. I've been using, there's so much blue on that page. I was gonna add the blue Nuvo drops, but I think we're going to go back and add a little bit of gold. So easy page, fun page. Photo is the really the star, and just some stamping. The prompt is stitching. I stitched around the edges. I hope that you are enjoying this and enjoying Scraptember. I hope you find a fun way to incorporate stitching into your Scraptember. Um, and it can be as simple as what I did, or it can be a lot more complicated. But hopefully you are enjoying it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.